Major oral exams will be 50% marks. These are our class rules. We will have the following 8 major exam topics. Describe pictures, describe people, daily life, house and living, sport and free time, culture and entertainment. Okay, that's not going to work. I'll take that off of there. I will tell you the dates weeks before the test, so you know when all your tests will be. You have no excuse to tell me you didn't know there would be a test. I may give you you a papers to study. You a paper to study. If so, copy it nicely onto your own paper. If you do not do the test on the first test day, we will do it on the next class meeting for you. These are for the major tests. Be prepared to do the exam either at my desk or as a presentation in front of the class. Tests can be with everyone listening this year. If you miss an exam, you must be ready to do it when you return from your illness or the next class period. If there is no time in class, schedule a time with me outside of the class time before 2 weeks pass. Major exam time is 3 minutes unless I tell you differently. Okay? Unless I say, no, it's not 3, it's 1.5. If you get a low test mark, you can retake that oral exam test, the major test, one time per semester. One time per semester. You have to do it within about a week unless you have some doctor's note or something. If you wait too long, you will not have the chance. I'm not doing what I did last year. I'm not letting you do it all at the end. Nobody. Not happening. You will get an M. You have 3 possible points for each of the 4 categories, which is 12 points. This is how I'm marking your tests. Okay? One category will be I'll be looking at or I'll be listening to your communication ability, which means your ability to interact with me, to understand me, and for me to understand you, and how effective of a communicator you are. Maybe your grammar isn't perfect, so you will miss points on grammar, but your effectiveness is good because you're just naturally a good communicator. So you will make up for it here, I hope. Pronunciation and also grammar usage I will be marking. Quantity. So if you waste time with stumbling, thinking, or coming up with a bunch of BS, basically, then you will lose points for that. My advice that you should read the proper documents. Ask me if you're not sure. Be prepared for the test throughout the weeks before. Be prepared before the test and not the last minute. Okay? Random homework quizzes. 10% marks will be given regularly. And self-check vocab quizzes. 10% marks. For most units. You must take all major oral exams, every exam, and complete at least 50% of the assigned work in order to receive a grade for the course. Again, if you have special circumstances, extenuating circumstances, we can talk about it, and I'll do my best to accommodate you. If absent more than 50% in class lessons, you might receive an N. The textbook is required. For home quarantine, if we have it, make sure you bring it home before you go home. Put phones in the box before you start the lesson. Before we start the lesson, put them on Do Not Disturb, please. or plug them into the power if you need. Be sure you have the textbook each class day, and we will use it because we will use it a lot. Maybe not the first week or two. A little bit. Service, please erase the board for me before the class begins. Thank you. In groups, keep a focus on English. Use Czech to help you understand your friends or to help your friends, but don't use too much Czech language unless you're translating a text to Czech. If you have a problem, talk to me or email me. I'm here Tuesdays and Thursdays unless there's a COVID home quarantine. You must use Google Classroom and Portal. The guest password is EuclidPB for portaportal.com. Look at it for homework. Mostly for homework, look at Google Classroom, and for resources, you can look at either Google Classroom or Portal.